Yeah, my question about healthcare is with all the disparate interests out there as far as the health insurance companies, Congress, um, and many different groups, what's the chance of healthcare really passing? Because the problem is that so many groups of people want to basically have it their way. And what I'm more concerned about is the issue of individuals out there saying that the Democrats, and I'm a Democrat, have a lack of unity, and that being used as a weapon to cause disunity so that essentially a deal breaker can be found to thwart healthcare reform. And the other question that I'm really concerned about is there's so many duplications right now already in government healthcare. There's Medicare, Medi-Cal, there's Indian healthcare, there's the the Veterans Administration. So there's a lot of repetition. And if a government plan is put there in place, wouldn't there be lead to have a certain amount of consolidation? Ultimately, in the long run, if healthcare is successful. Um, and then the other thing that would be concerned about is with a single payer, um, would there be a situation that where the single payer might ultimately, in the long run, be more desirable than the present insurance, or would it create a two-tier system where you have a minimum plan that guarantees all the minimums but doesn't have any of the bells or whistles that the private insurance has, which really wouldn't bother me, but would be fodder for basically for the naysayers, because so much the problems in health insurance today is the naysayers have had the power for all the years. Now there isn't any excuse for an opposing political party to thwart health care. So the situation really comes down to, do you, as well as the congressman, have the will to hold your noses and sign a piece of paper? You might not have everything you want. But if I remember old FDR about talking about the Lend Lease, when he says, what do you do when your neighbor's house is on fire? You lend a hose and you help put out your neighbor's house is on fire. And ultimately, Lend Lease was created, and it protected the Europeans from war. And in a sense, every single American, be it they work in government or wherever, what are you willing to give up in order so that right now you may have health insurance and you may be comfortable and you may feel safe. But it's kind of like, why are so many people buy life insurance policies and all these products from the insurance companies and believe what they're saying for peace of mind? Well, the government, in one sense, is issuing out a product that maybe a lot of Americans are already happy with their health insurance, but maybe they might not, through misfortune or other things that are outside of their control, fall into a position like me, where while I have a medical condition, I'm a type 2 diabetic, I'm physically able to work, but I'm unemployed, but I'm caught in the middle where I have to pay for COBRA and all the costs that are just wiping me out, and I've gone into bankruptcy. And how many other Americans out there suffer from the same problem? And essentially, I'm appealing to all the other Americans who are comfortable and feel safe. What are you willing to give up so that you're helping me? But at the same time, you're helping yourself. And I think a lot of Americans need to understand that when they hear all the justifications about Canadian healthcare and all the denial and rationing, because we have rationing right now by virtue of the cost. And you might have rationing through an unfeeling and uncaring government official, which I don't believe, or you might have rationing today through an uncaring health company official who doesn't really care about you but sees you as an impediment to the bottom line. So my question is, what can you do without so that you can help me, but in time you're helping yourself? And that's my question.